Hi, I know it's super late. I don't even know what time it is. Um, but anyway, I thought I would come on real quick. I did my support meeting and that got me out a little bit late. I still had to stop on the way home. But anyway, my name is Lynn Cicero, and tonight I had a bariatric support group meeting tonight, which was fantastic because the dietitian at the Pocono Hospital, not Pocono Hospital, but St. Luke's Hospital in Bartonsville, did tonight's support group meeting. It was really interesting. It was a lot of fun. She actually went to school to become a dietitian, but she also doubled in culinary. But she did something to her leg where she couldn't double major, so she ended up with a minor. So she taught us proper cutting technique and storage techniques for things like parsley, sage, basil, rosemary, how to cut it, how to store it, about cutting knives, cutting boards, and also cutting lettuce and tomatoes and some ideas on how to pack ahead. So what I'm going to do is, I'm probably not going to do the same demo with the knives or anything like that, but I'll extrapolate some of the information and I will incorporate it in one of these toe pick nights. So anyway, please be sure to like my page. I just started building my page, which was Beauty in the Bariatric, and then I also have a group that is starting to form. I just kind of put it up there. It's not all configured yet, but please also join the group, Lynn Cicero's Beauty in the Bariatric. Okay, and me by no choice is beauty. Okay, so on the way home I was hungry, so I got a figure-friendly chili from Wendy's. And I also then had to stop and get cash. Tomorrow night when I do a Facebook Live, I like to do a little show and tell. And I really have a funny show for you all. Again, this room is off color. It's something with the pink walls or something. It makes it kind of bizarre. Look, like, I don't know. It just changes the thing. I have no clue why that is. But anyway, so I had to stop. I had to get cash because someone picked up something I was intrigued with, and so I had to bring them $5 tomorrow. So I stopped and got cash, and what else did I have to do? Okay, I did those two things, and then I had to go check in on my sister, Christine. I refer to her as Christy, but to all of you, you refer to her as Christine. She's my sister's my mom was always the love of my life, and so are my sisters. I have two biological sisters. One sister's name is Kathleen. She is a few years younger than me. And then I have another sister, I call Kathleen Kat or Kathy. Again, you all must call her Kathleen. And also I have another sister named Christine, who I refer to as Chrissy, because growing up that's what I called her, or I just call her Chris, but I think I mostly call her Chrissy. But all you have to call her Christine, all right? Or you can call any of us chickpeas, all right? So anyway, she hurt herself yesterday, so I wanted to check on her. I was worried about her all day, so I went to check on her. And if anything you know about me, I love my sisters. I mean, I could spend like forever just talking and hanging with them. Christine is very captivating, and we were playing catch up because we were supposed to get together yesterday and chillax together, but she hurt herself and then that couldn't happen, so I needed a Chrissy fix. I mean, I really need a Kathy fix too, but Christine lives geographically closer to me, so I needed to be with her. So we were chilling and talking and so forth, and we just have a really, really good time together. She gave me a big bag of clothes that she doesn't fit into anymore. Her calves you can balance a quarter off of. So as we were talking, kind of gave me an idea, or us an idea, of a future topic. I call them topics. Again, it's because I like that movie Cutting Edge, and the antagonistic word is topic. So instead of saying topic, I say topic, and that's kind of what that means. And if you never got to watch the movie, it's really kind of funny. I never seen it until this past year, and I love it. But anyway, I think the movie was from the 90s or the early 2000s. I'm not even sure which, but it's great. If you have it on Hulu or Netflix, check it out. So it's all good. So I kind of did a teaser. I'm not going to go into a full-fledged topic night where I talk about anything. I just wanted to come on and say hi, because I have been high and dry the last few days, because I've been trying to do a whole lot of other things. I've had a whole lot of chores and a whole lot of whatever, so I kind of been on the busy side. So I'm trying to, I'm always trying to do too much. If you ever hear me use the phrase, I got 6 pots on a 4-burner stove, that's pretty much it. But there are some things, when you're fluffier, there are things that you kind of let go by the wayside. There are things that you don't do. You just kind of say, I'll get to it, I don't have energy. Well, now I have all the energy, and it's summertime, and since it's light out longer and I have more energy, I can go longer, and I can do a lot more stuff. I know a lot of people don't see that in themselves. Like, when you're fluffier, think, well, you're going to have the same, and it's just age. It's not just age. It's a whole lot of other things as well. So, as the pounds go, I acquire more energy, more ambition, and as I said before, my mama used to always say, when you're starting to clean up, you mean that figuratively or literally, when you're starting to clean up, just pick a place to start that's anywhere in your life. Okay, it doesn't have to be weight loss. It could be fitness. It could be just getting healthy. It can be financial. It can be emotional. It could be with relationships. It could be with family. It could be with so many different things in your life. It does not have to be just this. So whatever I talk about, you can kind of apply it. And I'm not perfect. I'm kind of going through the waters like those poor divers in Thailand going through those caves. Just going, knowing it has to get done. And going through murky water where you can't see exactly where you're going, and you're just learning as you go, that this wasn't really planned out. So prayers, I'm kind of using that because I've been listening to that every morning, because that tends to be when they are getting the kids out of the cave. If you don't follow the news, it's probably going to be made into a movie, I would imagine. And I say my prayers for those little boys. Most of them don't know how to swim. So if you've been kind of in the dark about that, you just turn on the radio or Google it and hear about it. So kind of work that in. So prayers to them. But it's almost the same things. I mean, there's some things in life you don't ever get practice for, don't ever know that's going to happen, and you're just going to have to kind of muddle through it. I'm only here to tell you about my pulling on the rope, going through miles and miles of muck, not seeing anything further than my face, than the nose on my face. So whatever I can kind of share with you, you can kind of apply to a different part of your life. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So one of the topics, because there's this movie I love, and that is the title in itself is kind of has me have a topic or topic for that. And then as me and my sister were talking tonight, we were talking about when you lose yourself, when you forfeit yourself in life, right? In my case, and I can't speak about her, but I know other people too, is that there's a tendency that when you're fluffier, you minimize yourself. You actually forfeit who you are. You have such an insecurity that you're willing to be just agreeable to about anything. And that comes in relationships, that comes in workplace, that comes in you're so amiable to everybody else, but you're not being amiable to yourself. So you lose yourself. And it's kind of funny that me and Chrissy were talking about that tonight. It's like, is it actually, it must be in the stars, or it must be some kind of kismet force to even have a topic like that. It's because last night I never saw the movie The Banger Sisters. It's with Susan Sarandon and Goldie Hawn, and I love Goldie Hawn. She's just so adorable when she bites her lip and she makes all those little faces, and she's just so cute. Just quintessential. There's nobody else she could be other than herself. But in the movie, Susan Sarandon is actually, she's like his banger sister, this groupie when she was younger with Goldie Hawn. And I guess they separated their ways for approximately 20 years. And Goldie Hawn goes to seek her because she needs to borrow some money. But Goldie Hawn quintessentially stayed the same. She was still a wild child. She was still a free spirit, vivacious, and pretty much still living as she did 20 years prior, whereas Susan Sarandon became more domicile, fit into this role. Nobody knew about her past life, and she actually lost herself. She became an amalgamation of what everybody expected her to be, and what she was trying to project to kind of, elevate her from a certain kind of lifestyle that wouldn't have. It's not exactly a lifestyle that most people can survive on when you get older. Kind of like fly by the seat of your pants. So and the one thing, no one's listening to Susan Sarandon, and she's saying, I lost myself. I lost who I am. You don't know who I am because I lost me. And that kind of happens when you get fluffier or not fit, or maybe older. Something causes such an insecurity in yourself, or the whole world expects a certain thing from you and you don't. So I'm going to touch upon that. That's going to be a topic, if you will. Also, so I'm going to talk a little bit about support groups topic. I'll lay out which nights I'll talk about what. I'm going to talk about losing yourself. And as you lose weight, you gain a lot of who you are that's been suppressed within yourself. And I also am going to talk about the other title. I'll just give you the title now. I'll repeat it when it comes up again. But Pride and Prejudice, right? I just always love the underlying story of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, and kind of can tie that in with weight loss. So we're going to talk about that too. So those are some of the things we're going to talk about. And again, I love my sisters. One of these times, I think I'm going to do, if Chrissy would oblige me, if she's watching this right now or tomorrow, maybe we could do Cicero Sister or Chickpeas episode. Maybe I can do a little interview of her because she's been on a metamorphosis, if you will, or transformation of sorts. We did not embark on the same path to get where we're going. She has different loves of fitness. I mean, she loves to hula hoop, by the way, guys. I mean, she loves hula hooping, so she does that. She also likes going to the gym. She likes to do all those classes. Unfortunately, I can't get an early enough shift at work. I've tried. So I dropped that membership because I couldn't make the classes. I tried, and I can't. She goes to Crunch, and they do all kinds of, they do Zumbas, and they do cycling class, and all kinds of fun classes. And the classes that I'm interested in start, I think, a half an hour earlier than I get home, and I can't make them, so I let her do that, and I try to find different things. Right now, my exercise routine is cleaning. That's going to be another topic, because I know everyone thinks, how do I get it all done, and how you can incorporate exercise in your cleaning routine, and we can talk about that as well. One thing I will leave you with, because I always mention this, is that when you're going one way, my mama used to say, don't go empty-handed. Now, I didn't call my mom mama. I just say it when I tell these stories. She used to say, don't go empty-handed. One of the things is I grew up, well, I moved every year until I was like 8, 9 years old. So, but from 9 to 18, I lived in one place except for 5th grade. I moved away 5th grade, but we had like, our house was kind of multi-split. So when you came through the back of the house, it was like all one main floor. And then you had a choice then to go all the way down a full flight of steps or up, I think 3 or 4 steps to go to the upper living quarters. But once you went down the full flight of steps, there was another 3, 4 steps that went down to another semi-lower level. And that lowest lower level, there was a laundry room and a pretty big playroom. So the laundry room, my mom, I think I get my love of doing laundry from my mother, because I do love doing laundry. I don't know why, it just soothes me. My sister Christine, she loves vacuuming. And my sister Kathleen loves to do the kitchen. I don't know what it is. She likes to do stuff in the kitchen, like wash dishes. And I mean, I don't know that she loves doing it. It's just the thing that she does. But me, I love doing laundry. I love hanging curtains. I'm kind of a dork. When I was married, my husband once said to me, I never see you as happy as you are when you hang curtain. I think I have a thing for linens. Maybe that's what it is. Well, my mom did too, when I come to think of it. She loved bedspreads and making things pretty. I think I have always had that. And I have a thing for closets. So a lot of what I'm doing right now is going through boxes that I never kind of unpacked, and they were just kind of, I was in a hurry to move out of my last apartment, not because of my landlord or anything, a different situation. I was just afraid. I'm not going to disparage anybody. So anyway, I was just going to say, so I was kind of trying to get out there really quick. So I threw stuff in a box, and ever since I moved in, I never really appropriately took things apart. So it's been chewing at the wires of my head and bothering me all these years that I can't find anything. I actually have found a few things that I thought were lost forever, so that's exciting. But my sister Christine, she likes to vacuum, and she likes to sweep. She's good like that. So, but what I was going to say was, there's only so many hours in the day, and I wasted a lot of time being fluffy, not being able to get the chores at hand to do. I told you, I think over a week ago, that I was able to crawl into this like cubbyhole crawl space that I would never be able to have done. I was able to crawl in there and organize the suitcases, and it was really awesome. And I felt like a little kid. I felt like I was 5 years old, and I found a secret hiding place and hide and go seek, and that I could squish in this little tiny spot. I was really kind of invigorating, because the thing is I kind of wish I did this earlier, because I'm getting older, and I kind of wasted a lot of years of being able to enjoy having all this fun, just kind of doing it. But so lately I've just been running up and down the steps and doing chores, but there's a way to incorporate exercise, and exercise doesn't have to be your typical exercise, not like running or jumping or, hi, I hurt you too, or bicycle riding, or doing, it could be the unconventional. Like I said, I don't like to think of things as exercising and working out. I think of it as playing. When we were kids, we played. But also on another note is we can look at exercising and burning calories, something that we would have to do. Maybe washing your car, maybe pushing furniture around in your room could be great weightlifting. So if you're a guy and your woman, your mother, your sister needs you to help do something, think of it as your quote-unquote exercise. It can be your exercise for the day. So if you keep busy and you keep your mind nimble and your body busy, you can maybe circumvent some diseases down the road. So, if you are complacent and you're not doing anything, that's when your body's like, well, I don't have anything to do, so maybe I will hurt myself. I always think that sometimes if, like, when my nephews were little, sorry to go off on a little bit of a tangent here, but I used to try to tell them that one reason that they're not growing is they're not getting enough sleep, right? Because you didn't give any sleep, so those little soldiers are busy keeping you upright, keeping your eyes open, instead of helping grow you, right? And the same thing with weight loss. I say if you're not getting enough sleep, your little shoulders can't carry the weight out the door and get rid of it. They now have to, like me, right now, they probably prefer I was sleeping, so maybe they can carry 5 pounds off my body. But because I'm awake right now, they're not doing their job. And so that's the same thing, right? If you're laying down all the time and you're sleeping, then your body can't repair itself. So sometimes I think sometimes it hurts, maybe. You don't know. Maybe those are the things that attack our own bodies. So if you can be a little bit healthier, it's daylight longer, guys. You can get so much done. Like, if it was winter right now, I probably wouldn't be on talking to you. This would be me sleeping, doing something crazy or whatever. So those are the things that I think about often. I think, okay, well, I can't work out, clean my house, and do everything, right? So what I did was I tried to incorporate my exercise routine and count that doing my house. I can kill 2 birds with one stone. I can kill 2 pounds with one activity, right? I don't even know how to say that. That was probably piss poor. Sorry about that. So those are the things that I'm going to talk about over the next couple nights, definitely. So I've been kind of MIA from you all. I kind of figured I was going to do one just before. I think I was going to do Monday before 4th of July, and I decided not to because so many people were out, and I thought I would seize the day or seize the days that I had off and start doing stuff. And I didn't want to kind of be distracted. I was kind of in the zone. You ever start on a project and you're just in the zone? Sometimes it's just hard just to start something. Sometimes you sit there, raise your hands. Sunday comes, the weekend comes, and you have big plans. You have like a to-do list. I'm going to do this, and this, right? And then you're just like, oh, look, a butterfly. Oh, look, my favorite movie's on. Or, oh, look, my friend wanted to come over. Oh, look, it's sunny outside. I'm going to go sit in the sun and get a tan or whatever. And then Sunday comes. And when Sunday comes, 3 o'clock rolls around, and you're like, I wasted my time, right? Well, that's me. And then I get angry. Not hangry. I don't know what to call it when you realize Monday's just around the corner and that you missed a window of opportunity. You kicked the can right down the road, and you missed. And then you hate yourself for it. First of all, you kind of got to be kind to yourself. But number 2 is there's a way, once you get started, it's easier. Same thing with this whole journey for me on weight loss. It was hard to get started. It was hard to make the commitment, to initially make the commitment. But once you do, once you talk to yourself, once you get in the zone, you can definitely conquer. And that's, again, not just weight loss. That's any endeavor. Cleaning your room, pick a corner. My mama said, just pick a corner, start anywhere. I'd say, Mama, I don't know how to start cleaning my room. I'm overwhelmed. I have anxiety. Much to do about much in life. You just need to start. And then you need to go with it. And yeah, it's scary. And again, sorry to use the analogy with the scuba divers in Thailand rescuing all those children, is that they didn't train to rescue in a 2-mile cavern. They weren't familiar with this terrain. It was all new. They decided when they started out, they started off slow changes. Second day, which was today, they took the kids more than one at a time, I believe is what they said. That's the same thing with this. Start off slow, you make changes. You try to incorporate things in your life so you can kill 2 birds with one stone. Maybe you can do 2 or 3 things. We are in the age of multitasking. Although I hate it a little bit, sometimes it's a necessary evil, and in this case it is. So when I used to go down to the laundry room, okay, or going back, my mama used to always say, don't go empty-handed, and she would fill up my hands with clothes to put away, you know? So the same thing when you're at home. I can't go to the gym for 2-3 hours. And my sister's house is kept very, very neat. And I used to be quite a bit of a Felix Unger. And the one thing I berate myself on all the time, as I let myself go, everything else went in my life too. It was a domino effect. And now that everything that I've been working on actually brings all of that back. So as I'm losing weight, I have more energy. My house is getting more in order. I'm feeling more and more like myself, so I don't lose myself. See how everything kind of cascades into one another? It really, really does that. Again, I don't go empty-handed. When I have to come up the steps, I come up the steps. So what I do is right now I had like 2 bags at the bottom, over the bottom of the base of the steps. And then when I was going through all the boxes that were not unpacked, listen, this is almost like telling my weight. I'm telling you all the things that I'm flawed on. And anybody who knew me or lived with me knows that I was a very, very neat freak. Extremely a neat freak. Actually a little bit neurotic of a neat freak. And I'm not, because with all that weight, I didn't feel like myself. So I lost myself. That part of me was gone. So as I'm lost weight, a lot of that's come back. A lot of that ambition, that stamina, that fortitude, and I find me again. So it's funny. You think when you lose weight, you lose yourself, but it's actually quite the opposite. It goes in the opposite way. So as I've lost weight, I find more of myself underneath it. It's just kind of like just peeling off the layers like an onion, except onions kind of taste good, I guess. So I try not to go. So as I'm going through the boxes, I'm getting more strategic on how quickly to be better at it, because I've been trying to do this. So I put all the stuff that goes upstairs, then I carry it up, and stuff that doesn't fit in there, if I have to go upstairs, then the bag goes upstairs with me. And as I go downstairs, I look around, and is there something else to bring with me? So in one of those boxes, I found a second shoe to another shoe that was in my closet up here. So I took the 2 shoes, and because we're collecting clothes at work, I try to bring something to work. Like there was this big bag of books I had last week, or it was the week before. I don't remember last week. I think it was the beginning of last week. So what I did is I brought the books to work. And I stacked the books on the table, and I put a sign free, and all of the books went, but I think 2 are still whatever. Today I brought in a pair of shoes because I found the second pair of shoes. Got that out of there. So I'm multitasking. I'm spring cleaning, although it's summer. I'm spring cleaning, and I'm cleaning my house at the same time. And I'm working out too. So I can do like 2 or 3 things at the same time. I'm actually giving these to people who would really, really want them. I think last week I brought in there was these hooks, and they were shaped like purses, and I didn't want them anymore, and I brought them to work, and I put a free sign on it. We also have a donation collection. So tonight when I went to Christine's, she was multitasking. She gave me a big bag of clothes. So now I'm going to share it with my friend to go through it, and also maybe family members will want it too. We've got to go through that, and it's in the back of my car right now. So got to constantly multitask, and this is one of those things that I'm able to. So in my head today, I was like, okay, I need to bring in money tomorrow. I got to show you that. I can't show you tonight because I'm going to save it for tomorrow night, my little show and tell, because there's this cute little gadget that my one co-worker told me about, and I said, well, if you ever see it, can you get it and I'll pay you? Well, of course I went in today, and she got it for me. So it's $5, so I had to stop and get money. So tomorrow I'm going to go to work. I'm bringing a big bag of dirt. So in my head, I'm constantly trying to map out what I'm going to do and how I'm going to get everything accomplished. And sometimes this is where you're not hard on yourself. Sometimes you just can't. You just burn the thing at both sides, and you miss something. So you can't be hard on yourself either. But if you can strive for that, you can get more than one thing done. So those are going to be my toe picks in the next couple days. I'm still going to try to get things done because I'm still going to try to get some swimming in too, because trying to have some leisure time and swim is the days have been gorgeous and the water has been perfect. So I'm definitely going to do that. So that's going to be killing two birds at one stone too. That'll be working out and having some leisure instead of just sitting in front of the boob tube and just watching it all the time and not getting anything. So those are going to be some of the toe picks. So I just wanted to come on because I haven't been on in a week, and I wanted to keep my presence here and let you know that I've missed you, and I hope that you've missed me. You're like, oh geez, she's back again. And it's like, again, go check out. I don't have a lot up on my page and my Facebook group, which would be, again, I'm going to reiterate, or I'm going to re-mention, I should say, it's Beauty in the Bariatric, which is the Facebook group, and then there's Lynn Cicero's Beauty in the Bariatric, which would be the page. Yes, I'm a little tired, so if I had that fast backwards, I apologize. Okay, we're going to have a little show and tell tomorrow night. I'm going to show you that gadget that person picked up for me, and we're going to talk on some of those topics. When people lose themselves, have you forfeited yourself? I really think that is going to probably be definitely tomorrow night. Have you lost yourself? And what made you lose yourself? Did you have a trauma in your life? Was there a transformative that happened to you outwardly that makes you not feel yourself? Are you insecure that you just became somebody else? Are you so lonely for somebody that you forfeited who you are? Those are the things, and I think that is a lot. So we can talk about that as well. So anyway, and we're also going to talk the topic of Pride and Prejudice, my all-time favorite movie with Colin Firth from the 1995 adaptation from A&E. Great movie, but we can apply it to weight. I have a little bit of pride and I have a little bit of prejudice on how I think, as I think most people do. Do you ever, for those who smoke and still smoke, or maybe even smoked and quit, you ever hear a former smoker say to a smoker, like, if I can do it, anybody can do it? Well, when I smoked, I hated when people said that. I hated it with a passion. It actually made me more mad. It made me want to smoke some more. But the same thing goes with weight loss. I hate when people refer to this as the quote-unquote easy way, because it is not easy at all. It's just the most, for me, why did I do it? It wasn't the easiest way to do it, but it was the most advantageous for the goals that I wanted. It was the most productive. It was the most promising. It was the most higher percentage of achieving it. So it definitely was not easier. It was definitely different. Everyone calls it the lifestyle change. I kind of wish I can invent a new word for it. But I also just, it's not the easy way out. But for me, it was my way out. It was my way to my goal. So we're going to talk about that as well. And it may not all be tomorrow night. It might be kind of spread through, if you will. Shout out to Joan. You're still getting your $5 gift card. My problem is that I was not in work most of last week. So I was not in Wawa territory. So, and today, Mondays don't really go the best for being able to buy a card. So Tomorrow I'm going to buy and send out to you. And then to Mrs. Hilburn, Conchetta, I still had that book ready for you as well. I'm also going to work on, well, I'm not going to do it until it actually happens, and then I'll tell you about it. But I'm going to put more up on my pages. And I want to thank the people who are complimenting me on the Stefanik, Jennifer Stefanik. Thank you for complimenting me on the shirt. I do like a lot of free people. She said I looked good in yellow. I mean, this room changes the color. I'm still switching the bedrooms, by the way. This bedroom's headboard and bed is going in the white bedroom. And then I got a day bed yesterday, and that is in the white bedroom. It's not put together yet because I just got it. Is going in this bedroom. And the funny thing is, I wasn't in the market for a headboard day bed. It's just that it matches this one exactly. It's just a day bed version. So I'm going to switch it. I have a painting for the other room, the rug for the other room, and I just have to switch some dressers. So we were not going to have this funky dunk coloring. If you ever notice the pictures I posted today, I look like a white color, like an olive complected Italian person, whereas I'm here I kind of look like Miss Piggy because my skin is kind of pink. Sorry for the thing. I was like thinking pink pig, so it's kind of crazy. So as you can see, my eyes are a little tired, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm thinking of you and that I'm not going to drop this. Whatever it is that I started doing, it is going to be something ongoing. And again, a lot of you out there have no weight problem at all, but you may know somebody who does. And again, I am not an expert. I am just sharing. Now, if you go to both my Beauty and Bariatric page and group, Beauty and the Bariatric, you'll notice that I will share other people's journeys on there. And also, I think today I posted Dr. Wang. So even if you're thin, or maybe you've had this surgery or lost weight either surgically or non-surgically, but you've obtained, but you're interested in still acquiring some information, there is a gentleman, Dr. Duck Wang, who I follow, and he is a bariatric surgeon who now goes about talking about this now all the time. He's been giving out free PDFs, emotional eating, like all different things, and he's actually going to be selling them eventually in a coffee book. But in the meantime, if you want to download them to your phone so that you can read them anytime, he only leaves them up for a little bit for free, and then he shuts it down. So if you miss the window, then you're going to end up having to pay for it. Today he posted that he has a new Kindle book coming out, and I guess they are smoothies with matcha tea. He's a big proponent of smoothies. So I share his information. But again, you still have to follow. If you're under a surgical plan and you have a surgeon and you have a doctor's office, you should always consult with them because there is a lot of differing information out there. I love listening to Dr. Wang because he gives a plethora of interesting information, and one of the things he really likes to encourage is doing smoothies. So he actually even has a smoothie book out. But anyway, he's coming out with a book on Amazon Kindle, and it's about making smoothies with, I guess, matcha tea, and something that you might be interested in. But I will post his stuff there. So if you see me posting somebody else, he's a fascinating, he refers to him. He says, everybody refers to me as the skinny Asian guy. So he's a skinny Asian guy. No disrespect. And he calls himself that, so I'm only mentioning that right now. So anyway, I'm getting sleepy, guys. If you want to tuck me in or something, I don't know. Trying to think if there's anything else. Probably be a little more coherent tomorrow night. But I will come on tomorrow night around 9 o'clock. Keep saying a prayer for, that's all. if you're a praying person, let's pray for anybody who's on this journey or any journey. And let's definitely give a prayer to those boys in Thailand that they get out before monsoon comes in a couple days and tsunamis. But if you're not a praying person, then please send your positive vibes in the air. But it's pretty good. I'm actually going to get in my jammas now, guys, and go bona notte. I'm going to get in my jammas. I'm going to put on the TV, maybe watch a little Pride and Prejudice, a little Colin Firth. But I love you guys. And if you ever get to check out my Facebook page and you see Lynn Cicero and Kathleen Kiesling, they are my sisters, so tell them to have a nice day. I love them more than anything. And I love all my nieces and nephews. So a shout out to them. I love them very much as well. But I love my whole entire family. They're very special, all of them. I kind of have real, I don't want to say real. I have all real brothers and sisters, but I have biological ones and I have non-biological ones. That's a whole story, and I love my family very, very much. So I don't mean to exclude anybody. That's not what I'm about. It's just it's the dynamics of it all that is hard to describe to people. But I have other sisters too in my family, and I love them very much. They're a lot of fun, very strong, very admirable women. And then I have stepbrothers, and I love them very much as well. That I talk a lot about my sisters, my biological ones. Can't help it. They're close to me physically. My one sister is close to me geographically, so we get to spend a little bit more time together, and we're a little bit closer in age, so it does help quite a bit. But I do love them all so very much. Actually, I think we're going to be getting together shortly, maybe around July 22nd, and we shall see. Actually, I don't think it's then. I forget when it is. Anyway, long story short. Anyway, ciao. Bye. I'm going to let you guys go to bed. I'm kind of trailing off. I think I have that messed up. Bye. Love you.